I just cut that shit off, dude.
Cut it off and go robotics.
Guys, we're rolling 191. What's up, brother?
191.
Dana Hats. Cheers. I brought this up, dude. I was talking with our boy, and because I brought this up on the cast. The guy that found out that his wife was cheating on him with her brother.
Oh,
I brought that up.
I
right?
do recall.
Now let me repeat that. Not his brother, her brother. So when I was telling our friend that, and it didn't compute in his brain. He kept thinking his brother.
Yeah.
It was. I go, no.
Yeah.
It's her own brother.
She's incesting her brother.
She's incesting. And then he asked a good question. He was like, is it a biological brother? Or is it, I was like, I actually never delved into that. But anyway, so what that did to carry on another one. So he has a buddy that he really believes that his friend is in love with his own sister, because every time she gets a boyfriend, he acts like real jealous. There's being protective, and then there's like a jealous, like in Scarface. Remember in the movie Scarface?
Yeah, that shit was weird the whole time. She was cute, dude, but she was fucking Tony, dude. Come on now.
Yeah, that's really weird, but it got me thinking. I was like, that must be very common, and here's why. That's the biggest category in Pornhub is family stuff. Isn't that crazy?
But
isn't that insane?
I know why it's the biggest category.
Okay,
because
why?
they just title it that way, and none of us really look at the words.
It's not real. You're right. It is. Of course it isn't. So you're right. You're right on that one.
Because I always found that weird. I'm like, finally a chick I want to see, and then it says stepfather is fucking home from the office. I'm like, why do you always got to put that weird?
But even
title
still,
on
like
it?
I was listening to Howard Stern, and they had one of those where it was the sons with their moms and shit, and then you're just like, even though it's fake,
just hearing that,
they're still calling, like in the porn, they're still calling each other those things. What kind of
depraved human being can do that?
Right.
Fuck.
Yeah,
dude.
it's really odd. Like, there's,
there's levels low, but that's probably one of the lowest ones.
Like, just even though it's fake, you just got to be like, this is horrible.
As soon as I even think about calling somebody else my sibling while I'm at Pound Town, I'll definitely go soft as fuck.
Yeah,
dude.
I don't care if it's Sofia Vergara. I'll go soft.
Because I'll be honest with you, there's a time or two where I'm trying to get, have some fun with the wife and shit, and just knowing that the kid is close by, nope.
Yeah, that's a hard one too.
Nope. And I'm like, no, but I want to. And he's like, you're mad again?
Yeah, he jumped in the team boner killer right there, dude. That's what we used to call the dogs. We're team boner killer. Because they would just do everything. Everything would be fine and quiet, and then me and the lady go in the bedroom, and then all of a sudden they're busy out here. They're busy. They're barking. There's a thing. They're sniffing under the door.
And you're like, fuck.
What's fun is it doesn't happen anymore, but when Jen and I first started dating, we used to call it Team Boner Killer, because she'd have her dogs, and then my two dogs would just try to ruin any sort of boner I had, dude. They're like, I'd finally get through it. I open up the door. There's a shit in front of the door.
I kind of picture it as like the WWF tag team shit, dude. They're like, all right, you guys got this? All right, we're going to take our break now.
That's exactly. We looked at it like, remember in Animaniacs, it was the Good Feathers. Do you remember them?
Yep.
And then her little dog was like the Joe Pesci of the game. It was like, all right, here's what you're going to do. Yeah. She was the little ringleader. And then my dogs were like, yeah, let's fucking do that. Yeah.
Definitely. That sounds great.
That sounds great. You mean ruin their night? Yeah. That sounds awesome.
I think we'll probably get some treats out of this.
Yeah, let's do that. What ladies don't know is that there's a lot that goes on with a fella in order for all of that to work correctly.
Definitely. And there are, several chicks that have been that attention has been brought to because of me. I'm like, you said something and you kind of sounded like my mom.
Yeah. There's those, and there's like, there's like pet peeves I have sometimes, and then in the middle of doing our thing, she'll bring up a pet peeve, and I'm just like,
and you try to get past it.
You try to get past
it, dude, and then he's like,
you're just like, and then there's been a lot of times where I'm like, shut up in my brain, shut your fucking mouth, dude. And then you try to like, Yeah,
yeah. You're trying to finagle it to where you can get it your way, but you can't do it.
And then they're not angling their body right or something.
Of course
and then,
not. And then everything's all out of motion now.
You're in the shower. It already sucks.
She's pulling away while you're trying to push in. You're like, what the fuck, dude?
It already sucks. You're in the shower. You're getting hit with the knobs, dude. Fuck, my lower back.
I saw this great one, dude, where this deaf guy could finally hear for the first time. You know, they put this earpiece in, and the doctor's like, "Can you hear my voice?" And he goes, "Yeah," you know, and he has the.
Oh, is that the skit? I saw that one. Yeah.
And then he hears his wife's voice.
Yeah.
And he's like, take it out.
Yeah. I saw that skit, man.
Like, you see that guy? He's smiling because he can't hear his fucking wife.
Yeah. That's a great skit. Yeah, what's funny is I saw that skit before I knew it was I thought it was a real thing at first. I thought it was like a real, because I like those stories. I've seen a few of those with the child or something. That
it got me. I thought it was real. Until you just told me it was a skit. I had no idea.
What do you mean? You didn't know it was a skit?
I didn't
just
know.
Now?
Well, yeah.
You mean the one where the guy's like,
he's in the doctor's office with the wife,
and he's like, he's like, what's that? What's that? Right?
Yeah,
and it's like,
her.
Is that her voice?
Yeah.
You still think that's real?
Well, I saw a quick little short, so it was just one of those, like, during my busy day, I was like, oh shit, he can hear, and like he started getting emotional in his voice and shit. So I was like, okay. And then when she started cackling, I was like, oh god.
If it's the same one, it's the boys. It's Shane Gillis's friends. Those are all his boys right there. That are doing the skit. Yeah,
okay.
They did that skit a while, but I didn't know who they were either back in the day. And I watched it. I was like, "Oh, this is sweet." And then I started. he was good. And then when she went, "Oh my god," I was like, "Oh, is this a skit?" I was like, and he's like, "What's that? What's that?" He does such a good job, and it's so funny, dude. But yeah, he takes it out and smashes it.
Oh no, it's a different one then.
Oh, is it a different one?
Yeah, because this one he's like, take it out, and the doctor goes, look, from one married guy to another, you're gonna eventually get used to it. And he's like, I don't believe the word that comes out of your mouth. It just stops.
Maybe it's a different one, yeah. Because that is I think that's a running gag though, where it's like the guy is deaf. All of a sudden he hears his wife's voice and he wants to stay deaf. You know, like where Al Bundy in one of the episodes of the Bundys, when he finally gets glasses.
Oh,
and he sees what his family looks like. He's like, and he sees Peg. He's like, even though Peg's hot. But
or did you see a Family Guy where they got a 4K TV?
No.
And it shows the news reporter and the chick they used to think was hot. She's just fucking covered in wrinkles, dude. And she got like bugs crawling on her and shit. And they're like, what the fuck? I don't even want to watch the news anymore.
Yeah, news reporters used to be hot.
Oh,
that's over now, I think.
Smoking hot.
I don't think they're hot anymore.
Bezos married the last hot one that I was in love with, dude. That Christine.
Sanchez, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's hot. I mean, Hispanic channels are still doing it.
Yeah.
In fact, everybody else is still doing it except for America
for some reason.
Well, because America's going nuts, man. There's this guy's from Estonia. And he was on Kill Tony. Did you see that one?
I don't think
this
so.
last one, and then a tranny comes out, you know, and of course does a terrible job, and everyone's like, oh shit, and then the guys from Estonia is like, man, America is crazy, because he's like, we don't have that, you know.
I did see the one. I think it was Gillis when they brought out the tranny. He was like, oh, of course.
Never fails.
Yeah, because any time nowadays, dude, you know what, we used to have hot chicks for beer commercials and shit, and then they slowly went away from that, and then they tried the tranny thing.
I think what it is what's happening is an overcorrection. Everything's an overcorrection. So
hell yeah.
So there was a lot of maybe exploiting hot chicks for the longest time in entertainment, right? And then so there was a lot of maybe taking advantage of hot chicks, okay? And then now that all that kind of got exposed, so now they're doing an overcorrection, be like, we're going to put this ugly fat chick in there.
But this is what I never heard. I never heard the hot chicks complaining about being exploited. I only hear the fat fucking ugly chicks complaining about chicks being exploited.
The hot chicks are complaining when they're not working anymore.
Yeah, well,
so
that makes sense.
They go into an insanity is what's happening because for
this,
one, they're no longer hot.
Yeah.
Now and by the way, every time I explain this thing, I'm not condoning, like, it's definitely gross to exploit a young actress and say, if you don't blow me, you don't get this role. It's gross, but you could just say no.
Right.
If Now, if he's holding you down and raping you, well, that's a whole other case. We got to fuck that dude up.
Yep.
That dude needs to get fucked up. That's a bad guy, right?
Yeah, and I would say not even just fucked up, but taken out.
That's a bad guy.
Yeah.
But hey, ladies, you could just go, nah, I'm good.
No, and definitely don't show up to an interview at a hotel room by yourself.
Yeah, and guess what?
Yeah.
You don't have to be an actress. You know, there's a lot of other jobs, right?
Yeah.
Like it's funny how they make that in entertainment. That's the only one where we're like, right? But if it was like at the insurance office,
like, just go get another job.
Just get another job. Yeah. Hey, you don't need to be an actress, okay? It's a dumb. Being an actress is dumb, anyways.
But this is what I wanted. Well, guess what? What you want probably ain't for you.
Yeah, or you could just say no.
Yeah.
People do it all the time. You go, nah, I'm good. You know what I mean? It's just like being hit on. He just happened to hit on you because he owns a movie studio.
Because I'm just saying, as a guy, if I was a smoking hot dude and chicks were exploiting me, fuck yeah. I'll be there for whatever photo shoot you need.
But it's different though, right?
I guess.
It's different though, right?
I guess.
Here's why it's different.
Because the penis.
Well, because you're doing the inserting.
Yeah.
And also if a chick's like, no, you stay here. I go, well, I'm just going to slap the shit out of you and walk out.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to listen to you.
Where a lady can't really do that for the most part, you know.
Yeah, unless she looked like, what was that chick on Napoleon Dynamite? The huge jacked one?
Yeah.
Unless she looks like a Delilah over there.
But at the same time, you know, what sucks is that it is ruining it for the ladies that have been taken advantage of and raped or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But I know 3 of these chicks that are career hot chicks. This is how they make a living is having sex with a very powerful man and then being like, oh, I was raped, unless
you cough it up.
Unless you cough up some cash. I know these chicks personally. That is a thing they do.
We've known about this even
so
before that was a thing.
Is it gross to be like, you have to blow me to get this job? Yes.
Definitely.
It's very gross.
Yep.
But you could just say no, and people are going to be gross. You got to toughen up a little bit, right? I mean, if it
or I mean, you know, everybody's sue happy nowadays. Record that shit and fucking sue them for sexual harassment. You know, end it there.
Yeah, I mean,
you wanted to get money. You can't make it as an actress. Make it as a fucking law. Fucking
yeah. But I mean, I don't like any of it because what it's doing is it's completely ruined Hollywood. Let's put it that way.
No, Hollywood
movies
a long time
movies are terrible.
Yep.
But also, I mean, even Hollywood parties are not fun.
No, I'm sure.
You know what I mean? Because everybody, for one, it's woke as fuck, but everybody's, and the guys aren't woke as fuck, are walking on eggshells. They're like, you mean like we were hiring strippers? Yeah, no, we're not doing that. I don't need that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I've noticed, you know, I don't get invited to a whole lot of places because I've been called a fucking bowl in a china shop everywhere that I go. I'm like, well, what do you mean by that? You just don't have a filter. You say, you know, you don't care if you offend people. You don't care about their feelings or anything like that. And I'm like, well, should I?
No, I don't think so.
Should I? Because do you really think that I give a fuck? Or if, you know, even if I'm in the opposite position, do I really care?
Yep.
No, I think people put so much, you know, fucking validation on just something a guy said.
Right.
Gives a fuck.
But now let's just say like at a party where people are having a good time, I would say pick and choose, you know, your opinions. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
you know, because
I'm not trying to be.
I know some
jerk.
people that they go, I'm a jerk. You can't stop me. But they go, okay, well, you're bumming everybody out.
Yeah, nobody's having a good time.
Yeah, no one's really having a good time with all your opinions. We're just trying to have some fun.
Yeah.
You know, take it easy, guy. All right, take it easy.
But usually the funny thing is when I do get called out, and it's not even at parties, so to say, it would be just like around a group of dudes. The only time I really get called out is when I say stuff that I know they want to say, but they're just too afraid to say it. And I really don't care. You don't like me because I can say exactly what you just said 15 minutes ago, but I say it in front of everybody because I'm not a different person, you know, away from you.
I feel that. Here's what I have. Here's what I've definitely become as an older person. If I don't care about you, I'm probably not going to offend you because I don't care at all. Yep. Like to even have an opinion around you. You're just going to disappear into the ether of my life.
Pretty much.
You know, so I think I offend less people because you're not worth my time to offend. I'll just go and just leave.
Yep.
You're done. I've become that older guy where I go and I just walk away.
Most of the time that thought through my head is, well, look at you, and I walk off.
And Jenna tells me I've just walked away many times. Like in a conversation, I just go, nah. It's not even because I don't want to waste any time. I'm having a good time. This person is killing my good time. What the fuck was that? Oh, so I just go, oh, guys are walking by. Yeah. So, anyways, but now when you are getting offensive and trying to offend people, have you downed a bunch of shots of whiskey before that?
Definitely.
All right.
Definitely.
All right.
Not all the time.
All right.
But most of the time, yeah.
I wonder if here's what I've been noticing with your whiskey drinking. I wonder if you have a little blackout. Do you remember everything?
No, not all.
Because I've been noticing your eyes are starting to go a little dark,
glazed over,
glazed over. Yeah. And then when you try to tell you something, you get glazed, and you get a little upset. You don't get happy with it. So that one, I think I'm starting to notice that one.
Yeah,
yeah, you're starting to glaze over. Because
that happens.
When you were with us at practice when we were practicing in Orange County over there, do you remember what went down over there?
No.
So you don't remember that?
No.
So you proceeded to get fucked up, right, during that practice, okay? And you started talking shit to the dude that works there.
Oh, did I?
You don't remember that?
I don't remember that.
And you started smoking in the. You remember smoking indoors? No, you don't remember. No. So you lit up a cigarette and you're smoking outside the studio. So we're practicing, and the dude was like, "Hey man, you can't smoke in here," and you're like, "Fuck off," right? So the guy knows me very well, so he comes in, he's like, "Hey man, like your friend is," and you're like, fuck this guy," and I was like, "Justin, what are you doing? What are you doing, dude? You don't remember that?"
No.
Because you never mentioned it. I never mentioned it either. Because I did think that was weird that you didn't mention it, and I had to walk you outside and be like, "What are you doing? Why are you doing this?" I kept saying this. Why are you doing this?
It was probably one of those days, where I've had enough.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, but
and then I slammed the shot.
But I was like, yeah, you're not supposed to smoke in the studio.
Yeah, my bad.
You can't do that.
My bad.
Okay, but yeah, I think there is a point of no return with whiskey. I think for you,
definitely.
This is what I'm noticing.
Yeah. The old lady's noticed it too. She's not such a big fan of it.
Yeah,
so to say.
We've gotten a little text from your lady last Thursday.
Yeah,
we got a little text, because we wanted to make sure everyone got home safe and everything. But your lady was like, he's drunk, just like every Thursday, and I was like, ooh, that's not good.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm just chilling.
We gotta handle that.
Yeah.
We're gonna handle that, right?
Can't be doing that all the time.
Because I don't want her going. Fucking, he's with Ian again.
Yeah.
Here's a problem.
That's the same thing. That I don't want that neither.
Because here's what it is with Jenna too. Is like a lot of times she goes out and it's cool. She gets hammered. And then she has a good time, but she becomes annoying when she comes home, and I'm sober and I'm in bed. I got to wake up the next day. And I'm annoyed, but the problem is she's at drunk no return.
Yeah. Yep.
So by me saying, "Baby, I need you to shut the fuck up," is just gonna now we're causing a thing.
Gasoline on the
So
fire.
I have to avoid her now. So now I'm up and I'm avoiding all the shit. So it's like I had to tell her too. I go, "Baby, you when you come home, you're not mean. You're annoying as hell. You're just annoying, man. And you get mad when I call you out on being annoying because I'm asleep. For God's sakes, me and the dogs are asleep. Now we're up and you're fucking annoying. So I had to tell her. I was like, so when she goes out, I go, "Please don't fucking come home annoying.
Yeah.
Don't annoy the fuck out of me.
Oh,
don't make a fuck out of me."
The boy and the old lady have both told me that. They're like, "You drink beer, you're fine. You have like fucking 5 or 6 shots. Can't stand you."
Yeah, I think we'll cut back on the shots. I think
1 or 2.
Yeah, 1 or 2.
Yeah,
1 or 2.
That's about it.
Yeah, last Thursday you kept pouring,
but then again,
you kept going.
And this is what I told her. I was like, "Well, look at things from my situation. I work fucking Monday through Friday. Most of the time I come home, I'm taking care of the kid. I don't even see my wife till late at night. Monday,
Right.
Tuesday, and Wednesday.
Right.
Thursday I'm here. Friday, you know, she works most of the time too, so there's another fucking day. Like, we barely see each other. I'm like, so in between me working, taking care of the kid, taking care of the house, doing every fucking thing else that, you know, I have to do, the one thing that I want to do is drink and have fucking just a day and night to where I can fucking cut loose, be myself, drink how I want to. But no matter what I do, it's always a problem. It's always a fucking problem. And I'm like, I can never get that one day to where I can just fucking go and have fun.
You know what sucks is that here's where my brain goes too, which sucks when you're having a good time and you're drinking and having a good time. My brain now keeps clicking on this has to end. Because I have to get up either tomorrow or I have to drive home.
Yeah, and you don't want it to.
And it sucks, dude. Yeah, you're just like, ah. And what sucks is even, like, I've had that thought just on stage before. I'm playing, I'm having a great time, the crowd's killing it, everybody's having a great time. And then in the middle of my set, I'll go, well, this is going to end.
Yep.
Don't have that much fun. Yeah. And that sucks, dude.
Yeah, it does.
We can't do that. You got to find the middle.
Happy medium, yeah.
Yeah, the medium between, and that's got me in trouble before, too, is when I don't want it to end. Then we're like, oh, let's drive to Vegas.
Yeah, let's make several bad decisions right now.
And then halfway to Vegas, everyone's sobering up. You're like, oh, no.
What the fuck are we doing? I got to piss. You're almost out of gas. Ah, shit, we're halfway through.
Yeah, I mean, nothing ruins a good time than a DUI. Yeah. Nothing. It's the worst.
Yep.
You know, word to the wise on someone who has 2 DUIs. When you're driving under the influence, by the way, that means 2 beers, 0.08. Do not fiddle with the radio. Do not bump the radio. Do not speed around, and do not go through yellow lights.
Blend in and make sure all your lights work.
Blend in. Just blend in. Mm-hmm. You don't need to hurry home. Just steady as it goes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I just tell myself, all right, D for deliver, going home.
Every time I've gotten caught for the DUI, it's been when I'm irritated and I just want to go home so bad. Yep. I'm angry and I just want to go home. I'm going around cars and, you know.
My first one, I was buzzed. I think I blew it was a point fucking 1.2 or something ridiculous, dude. I'm like, oh, you had half a beer extra. But I was getting shitty directions by a dumb bitch that was fucking cackling in my fucking ear. And she's like, oh, no, this is the turn. I'm like, what turn? She's like, that one right there. I'm like, I look, I don't see anybody. Fuck it. Whip the turn real quick. Cop fucking pulls me over. You're driving on the wrong side of the road.
Lit up.
No, this is all that happened. That yellow line, when I was going around it, I ran over the corner of that. That's driving on the wrong side of the road. And I was like, you fucking cunt.
They're such dicks, too, man.
Yeah.
Each time I got pulled over, they're like such dicks.
Mm-hmm.
When did you become that guy, too? It's like...
because they try to tell you, people get killed by DUIs and this and that. And I was like, I was doing 25 miles an hour. What the fuck am I going to kill?
I mean, that is a sticky situation because it is true getting hammered and you can run into fucking a car full of kids. That can happen, of course. But let's be honest.
But while I was pulled over, I was doing like 23 miles, 25 miles an hour.
It's stupid. I mean, but I'm like, let's be honest. Every time I got caught, it was like 2 a.m. I go, what do you think everybody else is doing?
Yep.
It's 2 a.m. You know what I mean? It's like, if that wasn't the case, all these restaurants and bars would be out of business.
Exactly.
What do you think people are doing?
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of stupid.
Well, you know when most of the problems will go away with the DUIs and all that shit, self-driving cars. Think about it. Get fucked up, jump in a car, it drives you home.
Apparently those Teslas can do that.
I think they're driver assisted, not completely self-driving.
Because I know my old neighbor Alex. He said he got hammered in like Covina, and he had his car take him all the way home to Long Beach.
Yeah.
Apparently. I've never seen it.
Yeah, maybe they did an update because I remember in the beginning when they first started coming out, I heard driver assist and people were trying to use it as like autopilot.
Oh, okay.
So there's a guy sitting in the back seat.
He's out cold.
Well, he's sitting like filming it and he's trying to take this fucking turn and I guess the car hit like an ice patch or some shit. And he's not there with the wheel, so he got.
See, my question is, how does it know to navigate an ice patch? How does it know to navigate a bird or a squirrel that comes rolling out there, a little kid that's chasing a ball?
I don't think it does.
Yeah, I mean that's.
So we're not there to where you can fully trust it yet, but we'll get there. I guarantee it.
Oh, I'm sure it's
Next
coming.
5 years.
I mean, you've seen those cyber trucks, right?
Yeah, dude, those things are huge.
They're huge. They're hideous.
Yeah, they are.
Like
Looks like my computer fucking drew it up when it's shit, you know?
Yeah, it looks like something I drew up as a kid, dude. It was like, look at this.
Yeah, I think I was in a computer class when I made that same thing.
Yeah, and it's weird. I'm seeing more and more, like more and more of those cyber trucks.
You see how much those fuckers are?
Are they expensive?
$100,000.
About 100 G's.
100,000, dude.
They're bulletproof. That's pretty cool.
I don't know. Remember that window got broke when they said it was bulletproof?
Oh, there's a
Yeah, they did
Are the
window
windows
test.
bulletproof?
Yeah. I know the metal is fucking pretty solid.
Oh, okay. Because I know on Joe Rogan's show he shot an arrow at it,
Yeah.
and it really just banged
But
up.
I do also know that truck is made not to protect you, but itself. So when you crash, it's gonna fuck your body up because that thing is so solid, and it's not built to be like crash friendly for human beings. I know that. That's
Crash friendly means what?
Like
What does that mean?
airbags, you're gonna have the cushions. It's gonna have fucking something to slow. Like my car has a detection to where if somebody jumps in your fucking lane, it'll beep beep and it'll slow you down a little bit.
Oh, okay.
No, well, this one once you hit something like because the structure is so solid and your body's so soft.
See, what sucks though is my Jeep, before I totaled my Jeep, had a rear detection, so it wouldn't let you run into anything. Like it'll completely stop the car.
That's good shit.
But I got boxed in one time,
I didn't even think of that, dude.
and it wasn't allowing me to get a little closer. I needed to get a little closer.
Get that engine.
And it would just go, and you can't turn it. I don't know how to turn it off.
Yeah.
You can't turn it off. So I was stuck. So basically what I had to do is inch my way as much as I can forward, going like this.
You had to fucking
crazy.
Austin Powers that shit.
I had to Austin Powers it to where it made me stop and go like that. And it does, and it makes a loud noise. It goes like that. So that's the problem I got with that. Some assholes are like, "Hey, fucking, we'll park right here, 2 inches from behind." Should have left a message, been like, next time leave me a can opener, asshole.
I've seen this one where the dude's tires on his truck, and I want to say he customized a Hummer, but same thing happens to him. So he's boxed in. The wheels fucking completely turn to the left. The car just moves sideways like that.
Oh shit!
Goes out, and I was
whoa, that's cool.
Hell yeah, that's fucking awesome.
That's pretty cool. That's cool, and also the cars that can go that turn into boats.
Yeah,
they just drive in there. And then
dude,
now they're just boats.
There's a lot of them in Long Beach nowadays, dude.
Really?
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Everybody's launching them out of Mother's Beach right over there.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's
kind of cool looking. There's one guy that I think he said he paid $30,000 for his though. I was like,
nice.
I mean, that's.
Is it like an after? Is it a modification, or is it something you buy just at the dealership?
No, it's something that's custom
a mod.
built. You can have it custom built to your specifications too. So if you want a Tim Taylor that fucking engine, or you want some Meteor tires and shit. Yeah,
that's something Tim Taylor would do.
Fuck yeah, he would do.
Dude, they should make a new Tool Time.
Oh fuck,
wouldn't that be awesome?
That shit would be awesome.
Just a brand new Tool Time, just doing cool shit.
Hell yeah! You call that a Tesla? Well, let's break out my fucking funny car that I've been working on over here.
Well, that whole show was about being a man, right?
Yep.
That was like a man, and then of course men are goofy and shit like that, which is funny. But like, nowadays I guess they're like, "No, we don't want you."
Well, that was like the man's man shit. So I got this tough, strong engine, but I want to make it as tough as it can possibly be. You know? And I want to race the shit out of people. Yeah, fucking, that's good stuff.
I think I really think this though, that in a few years TV's just gonna be done, and it's just gonna be individual streaming channels like YouTube, shit
pretty
like
much,
that.
it's pretty much already there. When you turn on your TV nowadays, you got that Roku thing. Now it's like, do you subscribe to Netflix?
Yeah, it's like is anyone watching Channel 13 anymore? Channel 11?
My folks, yeah.
Really?
Most of the time I go over to their house,
watching,
and they'll tell me about the news, and I'm like, I don't watch it for a reason, right?
They're watching. What do they watch? Fox?
Yeah, Fox.
They're watching. They're not watching CNN, right? Nah. That's good. Thank God.
No, but then most of the time I'll come over and they're watching like the old school TV shows and shit. I'm like, what the fuck you got going on over here? And my dad's like, oh, it's a combat extravaganza. I'm like, fucking combat? Hell yeah, dude. Let me check this shit out.
Yeah, I mean, on some of these, you get a lot of these 90s stuff, like Wonder Years and all that shit. Like, that's pretty cool. Wonder Years, that's a boring show. I don't even know how I like that one.
Oh, dude, because we didn't have nothing to choose from back then.
But, man, Baywatch, holy shit, that show is stupid. But, boy, that's fun to watch.
Oh, my God, dude. So many hot chicks came on.
Not only the hot chicks, all the stuff in that era, like 90210, if you look at it comedically, it's very fun to watch.
Oh, especially the tough guys. Remember we were laughing at fucking...
The tough guys all have little prepubescent boy chests and little tiny little arms. Like
they're spindly as fuck.
They're barely... They faint when they walk up steps. Like they're...
You see Brandon working out with a 5-pound dumbbell. Like
their heads are like so big.
Like that shit's maxing him out, dude. He's like, this 5 pounds.
Yeah, you watch. Everybody was so thin. Chicks had no butts,
no asses. I can't believe that. Until you pointed that out that one time, I was like, dude, you're not kidding.
Which I'm enjoying watching though. It is fun to watch a chick with no ass back in the day.
Every time I see it, dude, it reminds me of that fucking Chappelle where he's like, whatever happened to some good old fashioned pancake butt? I was like, dude, there's plenty.
Yeah,
of
like in
pancakes.
Baywatch, like they zoom. It's in Baywatch. It's probably like the show's 26 minutes or 24 minutes with the commercials. It's probably 15 minutes of just montage of chicks on the beach.
It really is, dude. I think because I didn't even know they had storylines until years later. You know?
Yeah, and the storylines are terrible.
They're all terrible.
And you got good old fucking Mitch,
fucking the Hoff.
The Hoff. Dude, he was a handsome fella, dude. I get it. His hair was very goofy, but. Yeah, it was Mitch Buchanan. That was his name.
He pulled it off, dude. Chicks were loving the hairy chest back in the days, dude.
The dad bods, the hairy chest.
They like the Tom Selleck looking motherfuckers.
The Tom Selleck,
fucking paintbrush for a mustache. And shit.
Just the hair, dude.
I was always mad at that mustache. I'm like, can I fucking have a sweet mustache like that, you son of a bitch?
And it's very like Brillo-y.
Yeah, dude.
Like, very thick.
Yeah. I'm like, he probably don't get to smooch on a lot of chicks.
Just very thick. But what's very, do yourself a favor, watch a little 90210 if you can stomach it. Little 90210.
Oh, you guys can laugh at it,
please, so we can talk about it. It's crazy, dude. It's so fucking awesome, and it's awesome because like they're so square, you know, where it's like we're. Brandon got caught smoking a cigarette and shit.
Oh, they gotta have a family meeting and shit, dude. They're calling down the cousins from fucking Minnesota and shit.
And then his sister's like, whatever, dude.
Brandon, do you value your life?
And the bad boy's Dylan. His head is so big. His little body. His body is so thin.
He looked like this microphone.
Yeah. His body is so thin.
Dude,
it's insane.
What would be funny is as I remember laughing at this even as a kid when he'd try to say something tough and he'd be like, yeah, Brandon.
Yeah.
He just kind of like mosey off, dude.
Like, every time he was like, yeah, let's do lunch.
Like he gave all his effort just to say that one sentence, dude.
Yeah. In episode number 1, dude.
Oh, that was the one you showed me, with the
did I show that?
Yeah, the steps.
I can't get enough of it. It's insane.
Yeah, you showed me that when you had the RV over.
Yeah, because I've watched it a million times.
But I was like, oh. And I remember making fun of you because you had your sleeves rolled up, and I was like, all right, come on now, dude.
I love rolling up my sleeves. It's comfortable. I love it.
I know, but we just got done watching that. So
they wanted to make I think they wanted to make Dylan be the new James Dean.
Yeah, definitely. That's why they gave him. Well, it wasn't even a Porsche, was it? I think it was a Carmen Ghia.
Oh, good call.
I think it was.
I think you're right,
but it was the same kind of body style as Dean's little
Porsche,
little bastard. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty funny though.
Dude.
I'm telling you, dude, just do it. Just watch it.
And was it just me, or is every time Tori Spelling come out, you're like, shut the fuck up?
I mean, I'm more of I like Kelly. Kelly's my girl. She's
Kelly,
slutty too.
I like Kelly, but I like that Andrea chick just because she looked like she wouldn't let me get at it.
The Jewish chick, yeah. she was pretty fucking annoying. She's like Mr. Goody Goody, and you can't have any fun. And she's like,
I know, but I'd
give you attitude.
I think if I gave her like a bottle of Boone's Farm, she'd fucking.
Well, once she got the shellacking, as you would say.
Yeah.
Once she got the shellacking, it would have changed.
Once she got the pipe work, she loosened up real quick.
Yeah, that would have been all over, dude. Yeah.
Called her up, been like, "My name is Guillermo. I'm here to lay the pipe."
Yeah, and then you got the parents, which the parents were just as fun to watch.
Kelly's parent, or her mom. Yeah.
Kelly's mom's a partier.
Yeah,
she liked to. I think she at one point she was doing blow. I think
she was.
Yeah.
In the very beginning, she had an alcohol problem and a blow problem, and I think a fucking
dude.
Problem
after this
too.
Podcast, can we watch some of that?
Oh hell yeah, I'm down. I just want to see her problems, dude, because it looks great to me. I'm like, you know how fucking pure that coke back then was, dude.
We were watching I don't know if you ever met my boy Hans. Hans lives in San Diego now. Anyways, we tried to do shrooms. I didn't get high off the shrooms, I think, but he was high as hell, and we put on 90210. He laughed for 15 minutes straight. I think
his face probably hurt.
No, just the part where Dylan goes. Yeah, I'm feeling a little hostile right now. Right. And he bowled over laughing at 15 minutes, dude. It's just, what the fuck?
Because that is a great scene.
It's the scene. And he's hiding in this computer room for some reason. Because let me set the audience up with this real quick. Let me set the audience up. So Brandon's new to the school. Yeah, while you're doing that. Brandon's new to the school. He comes in, and there's a nerd kid in the computer class. And these two quote-unquote jocks come in and start bullying the nerd kid a little bit. And then Brandon's in there. He kind of sees it. He doesn't do anything. Now, Dylan happens to be hiding in the dark for some reason. And he turns around and goes, you know, right? And, of course, everybody waits. There's so much time in between when he speaks. He's like, you know, I don't like points, whatever he says. Intimidation. He says something about intimidating. And he goes, you know, but right now I'm starting to feel a little hostile. And then the jocks run away. So they run away, and then he leaves, everybody leaves. Brandon sees him sitting like James Dean on the step, right, with his chucks and his blue jeans and white T-shirt rolled up. And he's just sitting there staring off into the sky for some reason. And Brandon was like, hey, I think that's pretty cool what you did for the. He goes, yeah, I just don't think, I don't like people being intimidating to others or whatever, right? And he's like, okay, well, anyways, I'm Brandon. And he's like, yeah, Brandon. Like, where are you from? And Brandon's like, I'm from Minnesota. Minnesota, cold there, right? Fucking, anyways, he's being an asshole. And then Brandon finally goes, anyways, man, if we can go have some lunch together or something, that'd be cool. And he goes, oh, yeah, let's do lunch. I would have been like, you know what, go fuck yourself, dude.
You know, let me kick you down these fucking stairs now that I'm over here.
I didn't explain it right. It's been a while.
No, but
you get it.
Shit. Hell yeah.
And he's always squinting his eyebrows. And he's got the biggest receding hairline.
Oh, and a fucking shit ton of wrinkles up on his forehead. And he's supposed to be playing a teenager,
because he's
right?
38 right there.
Yeah, he's 38, but he's playing his 17, dude.
I think I looked that up. I think he was in his 30s.
I think so, dude.
Guys, do yourself a favor. Watch 90210. Now, I tried to watch Melrose Place. It doesn't have the same effect on me. It's not as funny to me.
I do remember watching that show when I was a kid, but I don't remember ever laughing. I just wanted to see the chick, the redheaded chick.
Yeah, go ahead.
I wanted to see the dark-haired chick.
Yep.
And I wanted to see, because they had a pool in the whole little place, and I just wanted to see them get into the pool.
I mean, that was the major thing for young teenagers to watch.
And I think that's the only reason why I watched that show, because I couldn't remember anybody's names.
Oh,
or anything like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, the redhead and the
well, thank God.
Yeah.
I'm glad you didn't. I mean, the only reason I remember all the 90210 names, for one, we grew up on that show was on. Two, I was in the RV just binge watching that shit, dying laughing.
Oh, dude,
just drunk on whiskey, like, holy shit, look at their arms.
I mean, the funniest thing is
it's so thin, nobody eats.
It's a TV show about a fake existence of people. That, you know, of course, there are kids in Beverly Hills that go to high school and shit.
Yeah, and there are spoiled kids over there,
yep.
for sure, yeah.
But what would be funny is when I would travel outside of fucking, you know, our inner cities and shit, and I go other places, you know, say other states, And as soon as I told them where I'm from, they're like, fucking 90210, huh? I'm like, I don't even know what that means. They're like, everybody in California, it's just like 90210, right? And I'm like, no, it's completely not.
Well, in the show, they make it seem like they're right by the beach too.
Yeah,
Beverly Hills is not even close to the beach.
No,
Yeah, not even
not
close,
walking.
guys.
You're not walking, dude.
No, you're about 45 minutes out with good traffic. Yeah. So they make it seem like they're just right on the beach too. And they also make it seem like every kid's pulling up in like Porsches in the high school. I'm familiar with that high school. I haven't really seen those cars.
Because the parents are smart enough to stay rich and not give those little whiny bastards a fucking awesome car.
Well, but that is true, though. I've seen many kids driving Ferraris.
Oh,
I've seen it.
Nowadays.
Well, I mean, I've seen it in Beverly Hills where I'm just like, ooh, that's... Because my favorite place to walk my dogs is this neighborhood in Beverly Hills. This is where I trained Barron. I trained him in Beverly Hills. Great park. It's quiet, big-ass grass. You can just let him run around. That's why we did. But so I would take him for walks there all the time. I know the neighborhood pretty well. And there's some houses where the parents are not home, and these kids are balling out of control. They're 16. They got Ferraris. You know what I mean? They're just...
Yep, that's what that TV show to me was, to see everything that I will never have.
Well, Jen and I were talking about that because each one of those kids that we've seen when we're out and about in Beverly Hills, those kids they seem like assholes.
And I'm pretty sure they're actually miserable.
They seem like miserable assholes because their heads in a phone, in video games, and driving Ferraris all day. And then you're like, Ian, that actually sounds pretty awesome. But they seem like assholes to me, and I'm not saying that because you know me. I don't because you're rich and have money, that shouldn't make you an asshole. But
when you look down on other people and you're
if they're doing that, we don't know. But Jenna's like, no, they're little assholes. Because I think they're just gonna be because
they think they're better than you.
Well, because they don't have to. I don't even know if they think they're better. They don't never have to worry about money. You know what I mean? There's zero worry about money.
Well, I have run across those girls to where they're like, oh, I got the new BMW 740. Who gives a fucking number? Expensive piece of shit. Oh, that's what you drive. That kind of fucking.
Well, they kind of have a competition of if you drive the S Sport or whatever, or their Gucci bags or whatever, It's like
who's got the latest, greatest,
which is all vapid existence to worry about name brands and things like that.
Oh man,
that is a very silly existence. To
learn that real young. Unfortunately, most of the name brand stuff that we used to like is no longer available to us anymore.
Right, but even when we were kids, that was kind of a thing. When you had like your cheap Payless shoes, kids make fun of you.
Definitely, all the time.
Yeah. And you're like, you're just like, or that was some of the jokes. Your parents are poor, you know.
Oh yeah.
Right.
I remember that shit because especially when I'd have like Target brand pants, and what would be funny is I didn't realize it at the time, but I'd be getting made fun of by other kids wearing the same brand pants. Your fucking mom shops at Target, and I'm like, yeah, so what?
That's true. That became a thing, like where your parents shop.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck? What are you, gay, dude?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
You're a girl? What, you fucking like to go shopping? Because I don't.
I wish I had the mental capacity to be like, you care about shopping, you fucking gay boy?
Dude, if we can go back in time with our brain set now, we would be fucking dominating everywhere we went.
Your mom bought that at Target? Yeah, dude. Yeah. What the fuck are you talking about?
And your mom got raped at whatever fucking store that you went to.
How gay are you that you care about where my mom is shopping?
Yeah. And the funniest thing that I remember was the whole Nike thing. You weren't cool if you didn't wear Nikes and shit because they're expensive. And I was like, they're still made in Vietnam, just like my shit, bro. It really was.
It's funny how like
you're the sucker.
It's funny how like brand recognition, you know what I mean? Like that is a thing where they can plant a brand in your name, in your head, and like Cristal.
Yeah,
like Cristal's.
I remember that whole
Cristal's
craze.
terrible.
It is.
And they had every rapper. That was like a big thing to order a $1,500 bottle of Cristal. And if you've ever had Cristal, it's awful.
It's dog shit. Yeah.
It's dog shit. It's great brand recognition.
Right.
And then I think the guy that runs Cristal, I think said something about black people. I think he was like, I don't like that black people are drinking my shit.
Is that right?
I think he said something
what didn't Tommy Hilfiger do that shit too?
Apparently, Tommy Hilfiger did the same thing too. Yeah, but you're saying that after you already made all the money off him, though.
Now that I'm good to go,
yeah,
fuck y'all.
Yeah, I mean, but you know what? What's funny is my brain goes to this, and I got no problem with being like, hey, I don't want Asians wearing my shirts. It's your business. If you want to cut out that part of business, that's on you. You know what I mean? Like we're
be a fool thing to do, but you're right.
It's a fool thing to do, but let's switch it around.
You're right.
Lauryn Hill of the Fugees says she doesn't want white people buying her music.
I don't care, bitch. I still buy your music and I still like it.
Which white people are exactly. White people don't give a fuck. They're like, I don't care if you hate my guts. I'm gonna pay your bills.
I remember hearing that, and I was like, but you're fucking the Marley Brothers and shit, you know, and they're all about love. And where's your hatred for white people coming from?
But the point is that's her prerogative. You know, where people are like, you know, there's like a donut shop where a guy was like, I don't want gay people in here, and everybody's up in arms. It's like, well, then don't shop there. Yeah, it's his prerogative.
It's his place.
Whether it's ignorant or to you or not, it's his business.
And we do live in a free country where, yes, you all you motherfuckers out there are trying to say that we're supposed to be so accepting, and we should, you know, fucking tally to these people. No. I live in America where I'm free to hate whoever the fuck I want, tell anybody to fuck off whenever I want.
Well, by the way, hate is a real emotion, and everybody has it. So all these dumb signs,
and it's not a bad thing. All right.
Well, just don't hurt anybody. Just fucking.
No, you can take it too far, but legit hate is not a bad thing.
But every time I see these signs where it's like hate has no place in this house, I keep going. What about child molesters? What about Jeffrey Dahmer? What about Hitler? What about World War II?
What about when you stub your fucking toe in the middle of the night when you go around that corner?
Well, my brain just keeps doing that. You know, where people say dumb shit because it's a virtual signal, right?
Yeah.
Is it virtue signal? I think it's virtue
but
signal.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, not a virtual signal.
A bunch of other idiots were just like, yes,
the signs.
That's right. Yeah.
The sign that says we respect the disabled. Who hates the disabled? Sorry, Baron. I just yell out loud. Baron's like, what the fuck? No, but who hates the disabled?
The funniest, that one's funny. But the funniest one that I've ever seen is gun-free zone. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because your sign worked so well on everything else, didn't it?
Well, it's the same thing. It's the same thing as like the sign that says "slow down," like your kids live here. Mm-hmm. Hey, if I'm speeding, I can't see the sign.
Right.
I'll never see the sign. And it's only people going very slow that are going to see the sign.
Exactly.
These people I think I've talked about this so many times in this podcast. These signs make me crazy, Justin. They make me fucking insane because they're so stupid.
You know what's funny is I've seen them combat the signs, and this is how they do it. They have something called a fluid bump. So it's basically a fucking like a hardened Kevlar fucking sack filled with this liquid, I guess.
Yeah.
That's what it acts like. So when you drive the speed limit over it, it flattens out. You don't even feel the bump.
Oh, okay.
But as soon as you go over the speed limit, that thing turns into a bump.
Whoa.
Yeah, I thought that was...
So what, you crash?
No, you just... you hit a speed bump real hard.
Well, like the bump when I lived at the castle in Long Beach?
The cutouts to where I had to drive in oncoming
everybody goes into oncoming traffic. It's not just me, it's everybody. Like,
and now it's a Mexican standoff because who's going to get there first?
Yeah. It's so stupid. And people still got these crazy signs. It's like love is love. No, it isn't. It's only the love you're talking about.
Yeah.
Only the love you're talking about. Love is love.
You like your signs so much, keep them up inside your house.
But it's stupid. Like, it's all nonsense. It's all like whatever is popular. You can tell those houses then Ukraine makes it, and nobody cares about Ukraine anymore here.
Oh, so now it's Black Lives Matter. But you guys care about that, right? And then they found out that was a sham.
And some of them still hung on to the sign a little long. They hung on.
They were like, I'm a diehard idiot.
Yeah.
Let me show you my sign.
But it's like, just the sign in general makes me fucking insane.
Oh, well, that's no shit.
Even the signs I like, where it's like, this house is a gun owner. We support 2A. But the sign's got a guy holding a gun at you. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I don't want that.
Not only that,
fucking weird sign.
Not only that, as a man myself too, who's very fond of guns. I just think, why advertise that you have a gun in your house? You don't need to do that.
Well, I have a theory. The advertising to let people know you have a gun in the house is the American flag.
Right.
I kind of feel that.
Yes.
And that was one of the major things I kind of wanted, why I wanted the American flag out there, was because it kind of shows you like, hey, we believe in 2A over here. Yep. So just like if you're all trying to break in,
Castle Doctrine, dude, you're getting got.
Yeah,
that's all there is to it.
So when you're looking in neighborhoods, guys, look for as many American flags you can have. Probably going to be a pretty clean neighborhood,
and you're going to get shot. You break into any one of them houses.
Yeah, it's probably. Notice that though, guys. I don't care how you feel if you hate the American flag because you're fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, and retarded,
even if you hate Trump or hate whoever you're voting against, it's silly as an American.
It really is.
Be offended at the American flag. It's very, very silly, guys.
That symbol represents all of us. It's not that rainbow flag, but that's only that section of people. It's not these other weird flags that they got that don't make any sense to me. They honestly look like the we used to call them fucking, what do we call them? They were cheerleaders on the fucking deck top in our ship. You know, the ones that the signalmen that fucking guide the jets and shit and the helicopters to land and shit. Now, these fuckers had flags that look like all these weird flags that are going on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm seeing all these things. And I'm like, I don't even care to know what that means, because there's one that unifies all of us, but you guys just want to categorize yourself into other categories.
Yeah, you guys don't see it. It is a plan to divide us. It's a plan,
divide
guys.
And conquer.
Do not allow it. I don't care how you vote. I don't give a fuck.
No, we don't. We're all Americans.
Please, for the love of Christ, fucking.
Can we, this was a horrible situation, but it brought out the best in my country, 9/11. Once we all unified and just said, fuck these assholes.
It's amazing how much we forgot that already.
Everybody loved each other. I didn't care if you're black, white, gay, fucking straight, lesbian.
9/11, man, America was together.
Everybody embraced each other.
We sure forgot that very quickly, didn't we?
Real quick, yep.
Isn't that interesting?
That is.
Isn't it? But it's like this motto, which it was a sticker I used to have, and I never put the sticker on it. But it was like I love my country. It's the government I'm afraid of.
That's 100%.
And that I don't care who's in office. The government is not necessarily cares about old Ian down over here. They're not in the office going, I wonder how I can help out Ian's family.
Yeah, they're not like, I think we taxed him a little too much, guys. Yeah. You know, maybe we should give him a break.
Yeah,
this
think
year.
about that, guys. You think they're in the thinking about the old Johnsons up the street?
No.
They don't give a fuck.
They're in it for money, and fuck you and what you believe. They don't even believe in what you believe in. They've already showed it plenty of times.
Hey, real quick before we close out. So the Trump shooting, okay? Do you think that that's an inside job, and why didn't he get hit?
I do think it's an inside job.
Because why would they put such a dork
I
up
do
there
think
to
it's
shoot?
an inside job, and I don't understand.
Or is it just incompetence?
Well, it's an inside job, definitely, because you cannot get that close to a president of any country. 150 yards is not a big. It's a little. It's a football and a half. Okay, 150 yards, or maybe it was feet. I think it was even closer. I'm comparing distance to aiming through a scoped rifle. But say
and why didn't the kid have a scope?
Well, what I'm saying is this kid was allowed to get that close
With a rifle?
With a rifle, climb up on a roof
and people
by
saw
himself. He's not like blended in or camouflaged or anything. He's obviously sticking out. Nobody did shit. Yeah, that's a setup.
Yeah, okay, but what about the other snipers that eventually got him but saw him earlier and didn't do anything?
That's
you
because they were paid.
They were paid? Everyone was paid?
All them fuckers are paid.
And do you think it was a failed assassination attempt?
Definitely, because they try and
you think they brainwashed this kid to do this, and they were going to already kill him?
I've heard that the what did they call that with the study of acid on fucking
MK Ultra.
MK Ultra.
Yeah.
I heard that this is a newer attempt at a version of that.
Yeah, he definitely has ties to the.
He's got huge ties,
which is interesting. He's such a young kid.
Isn't
that weird?
But just think about it. What are they going to do? Now this is our agenda. We want to ban guns. We hate white dudes. That's what we'll get. We'll get him. And we hate Republicans. Oh, he identifies as a Republican. There you go.
Yeah. I mean,
all we got to do is shut him up afterwards.
That
shoot
kid
him.
has to, he has to obviously be mentally ill. And by the way, MK Ultra is a real thing. Guys.
Definitely.
That is a real thing. That's happened.
Been declassified too. So if you think we're full of shit and we're just trying to fill your head up full of gas, just check out MK Ultra declassified files. Google it.
Check out Charles Manson and the CIA.
Yeah. Wait till you find out how you used to think Manson was a monster. Wait till you find out what your government is.
Yeah. Serious, dude. I mean, it's funny. Like Manson's like one of the ultimate serial killers. He didn't kill anybody.
Not one person.
He had other people do it.
Yep. Yeah. And now that's why they made laws about that shit.
Isn't that
too,
crazy,
you know?
dude?
Fucking crazy.
Fucking.
They create the monster.
Don't trust the government.
Definitely don't
trust
ever
your family.
trust your government.
Trust your family. Go to work. Do your thing. Stay off fucking crazy media. Stop losing friends because of a media post. Oh my God.
Yeah, and stop finding a plight to fight for that doesn't even have anything
That's
to do with you.
got nothing to do with you, dude.
Nothing to do with you. Then
there's people fighting over Taylor Swift, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Broad is horrible.
Punk rockers fighting over Taylor Swift. That's how mind control they got. It's insane, bro.
Retarded, dude.
Yeah.
Definitely bizarro land that we live in.
Let's get the fuck out of here and watch
Taylor
90210.
Swift is worshipped, dude.
It's crazy.
I've seen people like legit fucking just worship.
Yeah,
this
if you're a liberal, you have to worship Taylor Swift. Isn't that insane?
What was that flick? Fucking damn it! Fucking Will Ferrell where he's got the white hair, you know, and the relax, don't do it.
Oh, Zoolander.
Zoolander. That's what it feels like.
I'm a hot little potato right now.
That's what it feels like when I see some of these people talk.
100%, dude. Cheers, brother.
Cheers, bro.
Let's go watch 90210.